Yeah, it's another beautiful Friday afternoon live on AYOGEN television in Ondo City. To every of our viewers, live and direct here in abroad and in Nigeria. This is segment Unionism that you have been to be familiar with, that has been coming to your view for some weeks and some times now, and we are be learning and beginning a lot and powerful comrades, powerful influencers that have been into one political offices, ideas, and which are more of experiences in when it comes to the practice for unionism in different campuses as name, just like you know, we shouldn't be bragging about it. When we give our introductions in name in the house, this protocols, I remember myself. This once again, my name is Ade Omade. I seen what we bring you live on stage every Friday afternoon. Today, I want them to just
General. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, to every viewers at home, you are from here. Adewale Telamepo, with the political name since history. It's good to be here.
Yeah, good afternoon, our listener out there. My name is Charles Olowe, popularly known as Bleeding Pen, student human rights activist, writer. It's good to be here this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you for that. I want to say a warm afternoon for every of my and to everyone. And once again, I wanted to just let everyone benefit from this. Our to our Instagram page, YouTube page, Facebook page, and visit our website. In case you don't know, you might definitely have a website. Yes, visit our website .com. Activities on every of our programs. This is a segment you're really going to be learning a lot, and the contributions is entertained. You know, this is not this is where we share our opinion going through in our society. What we are actually again what benefit from in our society at large. Yeah, we discussed on our previous program segment, discussed on a particular topic last week, and that is leadership. The aspect of which we are on our previous question, on our previous program, and that is a group of sheep being guided or a group of lions being governed by a sheep. What is going to be our own reaction to this? We discuss the kind of factors that could have facilitated or caused such a kind of a gathering, such a kind of a leadership system of government. That is what we are deliberating on. That's what we deliberated on. Similar opinions like this, interesting topics which we know are influencing and affecting our society and community at large, are such type of opinion we will always be transformed to you to benefit and gain from. The short break right now, and when we come back, we will be discussing today's topic. Just stay tuned, and I just really want to love it. Yeah, welcome back again. Yeah, to our today's topic we'll be discussing this afternoon is politics is a game. Important, a very important questions, a very important topic we need to be asking ourselves today. If you look at unionism today, if you look at politics today, we want to agree with you. Want to agree with me that the way politics is being viewed seems for some people. If we look at it, you know, in one of our experiences on campus, then like those practicing unionism are meant for some set of people. It's the same thing politics outside the board. And the questions we most definitely keep asking ourselves, it's really meant for some set of people. And this is what we are going to be discussing today. This segment is going to be very important. Sit back to watch this. Is a type of program, type of segment that you can always call us or send your comments and contribute to this segment. Politics, a game. This is the kind of questions we are going to be asking ourselves today, which my guest speakers today are going to be putting justice to. It's really a game. And if you say a kind of game that we all need to, find ourselves into, we all really need to play. And okay, we're calling it a game. What type of game is politics? What type of game is unionism? Now, the kind of interpretations we give it out there, the kind of labels we give it out there, now determines the kind of attitude we give to politics or unionism. Reasons why you see people out of politics, reason why we see people staying out of unionism, I think we are going to be discussing this. And we need to get into this game. Is what it there for us to import unionism. Yeah, we'll be discussing that as well today, this afternoon. For our viewers just joining us today on the segment, this is Unionism Today, live on AYOGEN online television, with my friends and colleagues here. They are going watching us. You can always go to our Facebook page, our YouTube and Instagram page. Follow us and like us, and definitely visit our website. Share to every of our friends out there so they can benefit, gain, and contribute to this segment. Thank you very much. I'll be starting from my powerful comrade, Comrade Babalola. And these questions is directed to you. In your view, politics is really a game.
All right, thank you so much. Still, yeah, I still remain my humble self, Comrade Baba Isaac. Politics is a very good question to ask. Is it a game? But if I want to actually answer that, I will first try to put more elaborate on the word game. To my own point of view, I don't know what my other colleagues here will actually say, but to my own point of view, a game activities a person or an individual actually engaging in order to achieve a certain objective. So if I want to say from that perspective, I can actually only depends on the kind of ways by which they play the game. Firstly, to the politicians, their aim and objective is actually to win the elections, to have the heart to come together, whether with their party or in accordance with another party in a purpose of winning the election. And also to the participants, which are the electorate, their main objective also is to actually put somebody that is worthwhile and that can actually fit in for that post. So, perspective, we can actually see people which are majorly involved in politics, they are aiming to achieve objectives. So I can actually say politics is a very good game.
Yeah, thank you, Comrade Babalola. It's a very good reaction towards this question. Politics is really a game. Now we'll be directing this question again to my wonderful colleague, that is in person of Comrade Saint History by name. That is Comrade Temo Adewale Temo.
In what sense? I would say, what is your definition of game? My definition of game might actually be different from your own definition of game. Of course. So it is from the angle at which you want to say it from. Game to me might just be, okay, involvement in activities without no purpose. We all play games on Android. Some people play games on Android without wanting to get to the page, just to while away time. Why some people play games on iOS phone, Android phone, to get to the extreme to know what exactly to find solution to it. So politics can either be a game and on the other hand not be a game, depending on the view, or let me say depending on the angle we are viewing this from. But majorly would say politics from the general definition of game is truly a game.
Yeah, that's another good reaction from Adewale Temo. Yeah, if I can definitely pick from your point, you definitely agree as well with politics is and I would like to as well direct this question again to my wonderful comrade as Comrade Olowe Charles. Yeah. What do you actually see this question, this topic, politics, really a game?
Yeah, politics is a is a topic or is a saying that we hear almost every day.
Yeah.
In every gathering, not only in unionism or real politics, even in workplace. We hear people saying they are playing politics, they are playing game. Now, from my own opinion, I will say politics initially is not a game. From onset, it's not a game. But by as a sort of different hanky-panky people begin to play. You know, when we say something is a game, we do it for fun. But when now say politics is a game, Are you here to play fun or to just joke with people destiny? You know, anybody, you know, it's a platform whereby we appoint a leader. And whosoever you appointed as a leader will have a indirectly effect on your destiny fulfillment or even becoming anyone in this nation. Now, when you now appoint, you say, okay, all in the name of game. All in the name of game. A person. Or you say, let's just play the game. Let's, you know, when you say something is a game, let truth be told. It's a lie. You know, it involves a kind of malpractices. Let me call. See, when they say politics is a game, they are talking about the malpractice aspect of it. But in real sense, there is nothing wrong with politics. But when people want to manipulate something, then they say, oh, it's a game. So if you win, you win. But it's just a game in the sense that when people say, okay, you just do all it takes just for you to fulfill your gratification. That's okay. What I only care is okay to achieve my own objective. I mean, and without considering the electorate. So you just play with their emotion, play with their thing, give them bait and they like. Say, oh, I play my game and I won. You know, a trick. It can involve valve play, as we see. So initially, because they call it game, that's why many people are withdrawing from it. That's why they are not participating. But in real sense, it's not a game. But when they call it policy as a manipulation, oh, okay, let me throw it to Comrade Luther General. We say, okay, there's no, you are as a very gallant comrade, a brain box,
Of course.
and even a godfather to many. So you say, when it says that, okay, let's play a political game, you know, okay, let's trick them, let's give them this, you know.
Yeah, actually, what you actually said is very, very right. It's right, but to me, I said something earlier from that perspective. I said, when I call it a game, I said, I talk about the electorate part. Because in every politics, the electorate can never be neglected.
Yes.
So let's look at a kind of situation of this election they just have in
Anambra
State. So you can see that the rate by which the electorate, the mobilization is very, very low.
Massive.
So
Yeah,
it
massive.
actually affects. So the electorate also have their own decision to actually make in that perspective, playing their game that they are not coming to vote. So in that aspect also, we can actually say they too plays the game well with the politicians.
Actually, we can actually say it's from the angle. Game to electorate is like you made mention of the Anambra State election.
Okay.
Like they actually played their own game to the sense that they don't want to come out for election.
Yeah.
Some people played their game to the aspect of okay, let us mobilize well,
Well.
strategize well. It's a game. It's a definition of their game. Now, definition of someone in a political office game is okay. How can I win this person? How can I dribble this person? It's another definition.
Of course.
You get of another game. So in a nutshell, it can be a game to the end.
And it can as well be a calculation.
Calculation.
You can call it politics is purely arithmetic. It's a game of number.
Depending on your definition.
So,
of game.
so you know,
according to your definition, we want both agree that it's an arithmetic game.
yes, you calculate.
Calculated.
You know, just like in mathematics,
Exactly.
you have to drive a formula that okay, this is my own formula. Maybe that formula they now target as game. Let's call it formula, just for the sake of people that are running away from it. Because we have a lot of people that have the capacity, they have potential to rule well and to influence the society. But because they don't want to stain their personality, they believe that, okay, those that are there, once you join politics, everybody assume you are one of them. And these are things, we have to mind our choice of word when we are saying some things. So the choice of using game, nobody wants to hear whether it's calculation or not. But the word game, whereas we have the notative meaning, we have connotative meaning.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you very much, my guest speakers. Because of our time, before we go much further, there is this particular address we want us to give or buttress more on this politics. Let's just take a look at our campus activities today. Like for example, we come to notice or see as a practice or a kind of a routine or a way of life that if I get my admission, my purpose of getting my admission into school is let me go to my classroom. Everybody has so most people live a triangular life. It is always like from my classroom status. Classroom. Nothing else. So if there is now social activities like has to do with unionism activities, those people involved, they see them as people who has no vision, who is not much conscious about their certificated life or purpose, or purpose of them,
the primary assignment.
their primary assignment on campus. Now they come to discover that those of you finding yourself in that position is like you are not serious, or definitely you are the set of people that has a very low CGPA. Let me just be keen with the word using CGPA. Maybe they are serious type. Who has come to school, has loose focus on their academic activities, then they're finding some other things to just get themselves relevant on campus by joining the social activities that we call unionism.
But that's wrong, because during school days, someone with CGPA cannot contest, because there is a required CGPA that you must possess. So you must be in 2-1 at worst. If you are not in 2-1, you cannot contest. So is there a dollar that follow under the category of being a 2-1, 3.5 above? No. So that's a wrong motive. They should go across and check. There's always a verification of result and the likes.
Yeah.
So that, okay, those that are not serious academically, or those that are poor academically are the one indulging in politics is wrong. No dollar or no failure. Nobody who has low CGPA ever contest. You cannot even contest because you don't want to disgrace yourself. So they should. Our audience, our viewers are told you that even students out there, you should know that, okay, it's an avenue for you to even demonstrate your leadership prowess.
And we can still actually say that it is because of the orientation these people actually have from where they're coming from. Because I myself, before I actually left home, my mom would always tell me something that when you get to school, only face exactly. Even till now, my mother will still tell me, I only send you to school to study physics. But the perspective by which I see it, I went into it, I look at it critically, I can actually say it is a place by which you can actually demonstrate your potentials.
That's when leaders are being built. It's a platform to build, to test our leadership prowess. They call us leaders of tomorrow. If we are unable to commit ourselves, to rule ourselves, and to do something within the platform of student union, to demonstrate that. As we see there now, that those things, they are not ready to even allow us, because they believe that we cannot do it. We don't have capacity, we don't have experience. So our governor, Rotimi, look at Governor Mimiko, Dr. Mimiko. These are, during Mimiko happened to be what? The SG president. Akeredolu happened to be the Speaker of the House. Why this son happened to I forgot the one of the very vibrant son. Olanipekun son happened to be the chief judge. And who are they today? Announced in their. So had they been, they were not given opportunity, or there's no platform where a unionism platform where they can really practice. Do you think they can be who they are today? So it's not a kind of a platform whereby you have to run away from that. Oh, it's meant for this set of people. Let me tell you, some people even look at it from the aspect of religion. Some people are too religious that even though both Muslim and Christian brothers, they don't want to inform at all. All these are wrong orientation. They are hard orientation that are meant to be deleted. Even if possible, let's format students' brain and reinstall it.
The truth of the matter is, politics is everywhere.
Yeah.
Even those that are let's go to history of politics. Politics started even from the house of God. Yeah. Let's have a biblical allusion to history where kings were men of God. David was ruling this place, was a man of God. This person was doing Esther. They were all men of God.
Even Bible even affirming that kings, rulers are ordained, orchestrated by God.
So even in the religious aspect of
There's a provision for politics.
So, it is even believed that the politics played in churches, to quote, is even more than the politics we see outside.
More technical
Maybe
and
we should
logical.
just discuss a little, but because of our time, I would just wish we have enough time to have discussed a lot of things in this segment.
Yeah.
But I would like to ask again, and that will be this question will be directed to Comrade Adewale Tebo. I would like to ask this question or put it this way, like in our politics, in our unionism today, we are much talking about the activities that is happening on campus, reasons why people are staying out of politics, out of unionism. Then I come to the realization of the politics today. Like, what has been making people stay away? And the only thing you now find yourself in, you see people, the kind of people you find in politics today, definitely people of low calibers, or people who has no much knowledge of what they
people without electoral value.
Exactly. People that even in their certification life, it's questionable. It's questionable. Someone who is,
I think that is where the aspect of game come in.
Someone who is having school certs. Now the question, the major focus of the question is this: like, if you look vividly in this country, we have a lot of qualified people, a lot of people who are intellectuals, who have a lot of IQs in them, that are well learned. People who has literate people who study more. That's even when they get into the positions, they will have done it better. But we find them in a situation whereby they prefer to sit at the fence, or they prefer to be nobody. They prefer to be a slave instead of becoming a king. Now, what has actually resulted to these factors?
Let me. The question: are you wanting me to centralize this to student politics?
No, we are coming out of student politics now.
Okay,
we want, because we already know now. We identify some things, some factors in the aspect of the student politics, where we see that some of them want to just get concentrated. They see into their studies. They see those practicing them on a serious time, which Comrade Charles just actually highlighted to be wrong. Now we come into the political life, the social, the outside politics.
Yes.
Now, what angle or what view can you actually say to those who are actually seeing this politics as a game?
You see, the definition of politics to the general populace is very wrong. Mentality that once you are into politics, you cannot make heaven. The mentality of once you are doing politics, your hands cannot be clean.
You can't be clean.
So we have so many intellectuals who are conscious about their personal life. So they prefer, rather than them involve themselves, because if they say if you're into politics, you have to do one or two dirty things. Rather than them involve themselves in this, they want a peaceful life. They want a peaceful life from themselves. They want to make heaven. So it is the orientation and the. That's why you will notice during the election period, how many learned people do you see go out to vote? They feel, okay, I'm comfortable, abroad, my family, we eat 3 square meal. Probably Nigeria is good or bad. If it's getting worse, we travel out this and that. They feel not concerned. But then, if you see them analyzing politics in their closet, you'll be like, wow, this is brain, this is knowledge. Come out. And another end, not everybody can be a player. Yes. Let's take a car, for example. We only have one steering. Not everybody can be a driver. But so I tell my colleagues that if you want to be my friends, you are not just going to be a driver. You must know how to drift. Not everybody would be on the steering wheel. So it does not depend on how intellectual you are. It does not depend on how knowledgeable you are that will make you be on the steering wheel. Say they have a driver. The drivers, to say, can be referred to as the people in politics. But there, where do they sit? They sit behind owner's corner, not concerned. Then the person that takes the back is the driver. So it is the orientation and the mentality and the I don't I cannot be involved in politics. It's against religion. And if we look at Nigeria as a country as a whole, we are too religious. We are too
To
religious.
get concerned about the societal
Yes,
life.
we are too religious. So it is
Yeah.
people that it starts from the home. It's people that are exposed to these political things from the home, from probably cannot you discuss a lot. That's when your views start expanding to it. Now it is when you see that, you know, okay, let's take for example, how many child will you hear that, okay, I want to become an astronaut? Why? Because in the environment in which there are no or less astronauts. But you hear, I want to become an accountant, I want to become a teacher, because that is what they are exposed to.
Yeah.
You get so most
So nobody wants to ever wake up to say I want to become a politician.
You get so it is what you are exposed to that will make things right, and the orientation that has been from the onset. These elderly men will know that, okay, they are well politically oriented, they know this, they know that. Let's check back to their background. Probably there'd be warnings from their own parents too. Like my capacitated comrade said here that his mom said it is basically assuming he's a person that has this personal mind of, no, I have to have digressed away from and be involved in what he is today will not be. And probably after school, ambition seeing him becoming the speaker of becoming the governor for this Osun State.
Yeah.
If these dreams are started at now, you would not. But you now see him later in the future analyzing politics in the cupboard of his room. Because he has the knowledge, he has the potential. But because of the orientation, the mentality, and the religious aspect of life, that's why most people are not involved in it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Adewale Temowo. I'm very much happy about the reaction. And I will be directing this as well to Comrade Babalola. So, in addendum to the question and the illustration being given by Comrade Adewale Temowo. Now, this question will be coming in this view. You know, we see people, just like Comrade Adewale actually explained, we see most people who are actually saying this politics, well-learned people saying politics in the other way around, which are actually facilitating it as a reason for why they are not actually contributing to politics. Now, from your own view, I will want to put it this way as a question, like something has actually prepared the reasons why people see politics as a very dirty game to be contributed with. Exactly. If I'm going to be very right, let us be factual. You know, reasons why it could have actually facilitated into my orientations or into my ideas, like, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to get stained. Just like Mr. Adewale Temowo explained. Like, for example, as a learned people, I seen politics. I come to see the same set of people who the only thing they do there is embezzled, get corrupt people, and for that reasons, for that essence, it gives me more gaps or tendencies for me to get involved into politics. To your own view, what can you actually say to this kind of attitude and reasons which has been more factors that has actually been steering away people from politics?
All right. Let me start from this. There is a wise saying that politics is a game. Politics is a dirty game. And there is also another saying that the game they play inside the politics is the one that is dirty. Not that the politics itself is a dirty game. So if you want to come from that perspective, my powerful comrade Temowo and comrade Olowe Charles are seeing it from another. I want to see it from the perspective of being a politician, something that I've actually been into. We can actually see that the rate by which politicians operate cannot actually make some people to have influence and say, okay, I want to. And even participation, are they really nice? That because in Nigeria, even we that are just coming gradually, we can actually see as already a setup. It's ways this is actually what we want to do, and if you are not actually going to follow these steps, definitely
You cannot join them.
Yeah,
You cannot beat them.
Then you
Join. Join.
So in that, people that will believe, and I want to. My mentor sometimes he said, well, somebody just come, well, he just build is nonsense, and he said, the one I want to build today will actually get what definitely that person will. So in that kind of perspective, somebody there's somebody you met there. The way they are doing it, you will let you are not ready to listen to that protocols being aligned for you. Definitely they will set you out. Is it that you are being being right off so many, if I don't want to I don't want to actually go deep more. So this has actually bring a lot of phobia into people's heart that I have can actually do that has the big problem to live, and the way it's being seen being dirty is the way. So people, it will be so very, very difficult. So sometimes we just believe that let me kuku stay out of this rather than involving myself in something that is not worthwhile. And so let me just concentrate on my business. Let me make money. And there is a lot of saying I can see some of most of us out there that have. Most of them doesn't have. You don't have this capital for you to make it as far as politics of Nigeria. It is very, very, very. Perspective. I want to really look in that. That's one of the main factors why people actually stay away from this so-called politics.
Yeah, to our viewers at home, this is a very big topic, a moment which your contributions are very, very much important for you to deliberate and contribute. You're the Unionism online deliberate issues that concerns the communities and society at large. And these questions will be done by comrade Olowe Charles. Before we call it a day. Now the question is this, Comrade Adewale has made reactions and Comrade Babalala, and I much love a kind of a point he gave in the aspect as a our politics of today. If we look at it in the communities at large, he said something earlier that the country we find ourselves with too religious to see politics a necessity for we to get into. What can you actually say to this, in your own view? The influence imam of a particular community. Now, see myself, politics, a kind of community.
If you remember, there's a song that says, "Oh my comrade, see the signal waving." These are comrade,
Definitely, I would really love to know that song.
Yeah, oh, that for. Yeah. I'm coming. So this was a message from Jesus Christ. That's my comrade, the apostle. Comrade Jesus. Like one of our little songs. Comrade Jesus. Oh, Falutani Je.
Jesus.
Even John the Baptist.
Yes.
The comrade. Mm-hmm. But now, what's the problem with this dispensation?
word genuine.
We
What is
we
their
have a Christian, we have a genuine
genuine
Christian.
word. See,
Dimensions to
as in what is their core, what is their benchmark, what are the criteria, their
qualification.
mayor? You can say someone is a Christian. Even Jesus Christ said, there is no one that is good on this earth except my Father in heaven. Now, what am I saying in essence? It has happened to me. I remember during my NC day, the first time I wanted to contest, then that was very special. So then I was like, I happened to be one of the very vibrant brother in fellowship, a worker and the likes. So when they had the word that, bleeding Charles always is contesting, we were like, come. Even, do you know what? After I've emerged, they call me like, no, tell us the total amount of money you will refund it times 2. I was like, wow. I said, and I told them, this, what I'm doing, I have a word with God. God, if I will get there and don't let me contest. But so it's a covenant with God. Let me tell you, it was God that did it that I emerged there. And you know, after every like, okay, that's how we do. We don't want to get corrupt and the like. When an issue happened in our regime, then I was the only one that stood for the students. That and this is it. We all have to agree and sign the memo. I said, no, I'm not. Then they now said, oh, thank God. But I said, no. But you said I should. I didn't know I wasn't there. It will not affect only them, only me. It will affect everybody. So now, even here in ADME, it has happened.
Of course.
You know, presently I happen to be one of the fellowship leader in my fellowship. So, and being a very, 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 someone met me on the, it was like, wow. The first time I met you as a politician on campus. When he met me at a place of prayer during evangelism, he was like, wow, brother, so you are complete like this. I said, oh, God will help you. You know, there are things that when you claim yourself that you are a right, in a process whereby you allow the people, the so-called, let me say the word, the bad people, corrupt people to rule. You've given license.
To sinners to rule
to
over
sinners to
you.
rule over you.
I feel it's high time people who have the fear of God
To come in.
to start
Okay.
being
The fear of God, Abi.
you'll be
Now,
strong,
and-
you know.
When you look at the number of churches and mosques, our population is more than the so-called. Then who are the so-called? The people we call, okay, they are bad leader. Are they not a member of a denomination or religion? Then where is something wrong? Elders, they need to rise to be men that will be. When you not say, okay, even let me tell you, even tell you that, okay, so far you've decided to join them in politics. You are no longer a worker in this fellowship. You know, this is, and they begin to segregate you and you are not part of. They will even say, you are a sinner, as if God has given them a no. So the thing is, our churches and mosques need to do something. You will not see people that engage in politics, that practice politics as bad people, as bad omen. Even if you see them wrong, you do know the wickedness is when you see someone doing something wrong, you cannot tell them. Majority of our religious leaders are coward. They are coward. They are not even ready to tell the truth. You know, when they see a particular government or an honorable doing something wrong, instead of them to write an open letter of caution, then of these pastors and are truly praying for our leaders. Except, you know, we have political pastors and political fans. These ones are in the builder, okay, because they know that they love money. They give them money, they will be the one, the pastor that will be pastoring. Yes, because they know that the pastor, they know that preach truth, they will not go. But you that you are preaching the truth, if you are too rigid, Bible says, let's correct them in love. When you want to make finger out, label them. What we see in our religion sector is labeling. They label people that they criticize you. Even offense, they be around. Imagine if we continue with this motive, need for general restructuring in every strata of the world, both in religion, in education. You see professors, hardly will you see Professor Sibanjo, our vice president, that has the courage to go into politics. How many we have the like of Professor Wole Soyinka? We have the like of Are they interested in it? Majority of them will just sit somewhere because we have in this era is critics. We have a lot of critics, and they are not contributing. They are even, something you call something that someone are not doing. You call, okay, like, I'm trying to come from the religious where they say that, okay, when you call something, you call things that are not existing as if they are, and they appear. So the way the way they will appear that this has been the culture. This is, but you've not been there. And this is it. I wanted to point out something earlier on that, okay, there's philosophy and there's structure. So if we claim single mindset, we want to be a revolutionist, that, okay, we want to change something, we need to come together. How many people are really putting effort in? Are they even? Let me tell you, the number of corrupt people, aspire corruptors, is more than those that are in power. Those that will go there and destroy the system, more than those, they are not equivalent to the number of people that they represent. Change begins with me and you. You can't just when you hope tomorrow become like American. Effort, conscious effort, and it's a collective effort. Not just that, okay, those that are there, what's their population? Those parties, if we have 1 million parties, they are not total number of electorate. Electorate are the problem we have in this nation. Because you are the one they will come and meet that, okay, take this 500 naira, vote for us. And you know that this person cannot do it. So, and this kind of, okay, nepotism, that's okay, and ethno-religion bias, and this principle and philosophy we are practicing in this nation, these are what is causing more of imbroglio than the partnership we are expecting. So they will be like, okay, wow, 500 naira has something to do for me for the next 4 years. So these people, if they give you money and you refuse to collect it, you want to enslave us. The one who gave you 5 naira, we they receive it back. We take it back when it gets there. So we are the one giving them access to loot our funds, to corrupt anything, to destroy the system. So it's not the politician's fault. We are the one that make it a game, a corrupt one.
Yeah, thank you very much, my comrade Olowechas. Yeah, wow. Today has been a very wonderful segment. Like, I bet you, if you are not in this segment, you are really missing a lot. And likewise, you can always join us, contribute, and view or make your reactions offline by sending your comments and views and contributions to this segment, Unionism Today. All you just need to do is go straight to our Facebook, like us, and follow us on our YouTube page, and you can as well follow and log into our website page and check more of our activities. This is not a segment you just want to overlook. This is a segment that actually had a lot of contributions and effects to what we are going through in our society at large. We are not having much time today. And before we go, we just want to just have a little way forward in just a second from every guest speaker to what we practice as a politics today. Politics asks again to our viewers at home, what can you say way forward? Your little piece of advice, what would you have advised politics? Okay, I'll be directing starting from my comrade Olowechas.
Yeah. My final fears out there is, there's a saying that majority, but my majority will have the way. So for that dream nation you have, society you have, there's a need for you to input all your efforts to come together and build this empire we are all dreaming. It's not something you just stay in your own door and say, oh, I'm not interested in this, I'm this. Politics is for everybody. Simply in fellowship, churches, in mosque, even at shrine, politics is like word.
Thank you. Yeah, that is a very wonderful advice. I'll be going straight to your comrade Adewale Temowo. Your own view of points and advice you say to our viewers and brought there?
All right. Very quickly and short, I'll change things with me. First, I want to please implore every individual to please bring it to our personal lives, then expand it to our family lives, outside to our immediate community, and find out and involved in politics. Let us be partakers of the it is wrong. Don't let us live with it. Let us change so that we can change things. And in Nigeria that we are today, election is drawing near. I want to encourage each and everybody, if you are, of course, 18 years and above, please do well to get your voter's card. It is the only constitutional license you have for the person who feels is right to rule over you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a very good piece of Mike Powerful. To my wonderful advice to us out there. Now, what do you want to say to them now? Their views towards politics.
All right. Thank you so much. To my viewers at home, the first thing I will say is that let us all get involved. Because there is a wise saying that actually there, you know how it's being run and being played. So tell another person, tell a neighbor to tell a neighbor also that we should get involved. The betterment and the greatness of this country lies in all individuals' hands, not of just ordinary one person. So tell your neighbors, tell everybody, as I also will be doing my own side, let us all get involved. Thank you so much.
I should begin with you. Get involved. Get involved.
Yeah, let's do it together.
Yeah, thank you very much. Maybe we should just say this to those of us out there that are saying politics as a game. Wow, this is a very wrong motive. Because if we start saying that from that angle and you want to see reasons for you to sit at the face, we are not doing ourselves a favor. This is a country where we find ourselves. This is a country whereby we are always, some make this kind of reaction like politics. It's a game, Jerry. And for that reasons, for that statement, whatever comes, look at it now. We all understand how gas is being filled today. Let's talk about fuel scarcity today. This will always come like we have no choice. Gas, I remember gas is being sold then at the rate of 250 naira. It's become an history now. And the ugly aspect about it is gas will never come down.
Bitter truth.
That's the bitter truth. And, the ugly experiences about the community we find out, we will only make noise, not be any reaction to it. And afterwards, we all keep quiet about it and life goes on. We get adapted to things, to situations, to issues, which is not supposed to be. And just the reasons why this has actually facilitated such aspect, attitude towards is for some set of people. Politics is meant for everyone. Remember the last topic, the previous topic we said about government. What is government? What is democracy? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. This is not a kind of government. This is not a kind of a community where we need to just sit behind and put some certain people or label some certain people to be involved in politics alone. This is our country. This is our system. This is our government. Let us all get involved and let us make it right. Let us do it right. Yes, to every other viewers out there, we want to just use this medium to say change begins from us, just like my co-guest speakers have said. Yeah, we've come to the end of our sections and segments today. Definitely, some of you might just be joining us in this segment. You can always rewatch again and again on our platform on AYOGEN online television by going or clicking to our YouTube or subscribing to our YouTube page or going to our Facebook and viewing our previous programs. Once again, I want to say a good afternoon. My name is Ade Omade Blessing. Same time next week, I want you to just join on in this segment again. Good afternoon.